Aries, welcome to your reading. This one is for March. We're looking at love, we're looking at self-love, we're looking at self-care, we're looking at the romantic side of love. All the parts that make your heart smile, all the parts that, you kind of wake up in the morning and the birds are just singing brighter. That sort of love, because as human beings, we are all deserving of that. We are all born worthy of that beautiful connection of, getting to share our lives with someone beautiful. And so in this reading, in this general reading for Aries, dealing with the Aries, anyway you've got an Aries placement in your chart, maybe especially check out like your Venus maybe, for example. This reading is for you. This reading is for you. This is the guidance from the universe. This is what Spirit wants you to know. This is what Source want to let you know. Okay? So, first up, obviously you have to take the messages as they resonate. So first up, we're using the OSHO Zen Tarot, which I really, really love, because, a lot of times when it comes to love, we think that it is something that we need to do to attain it. But a lot of times it's actually that you need to kind of get out of the way, and to clear those blockages. And this is what Osho Zen is quite a bit about. I'm actually posting, just started posting on my Facebook page Osho Zen daily messages, and before that I did start tarot. And also what I want you to do, beautiful Aries, I want you to think of that one burning question, that you had that brought you here, that real, question that you'd really appreciate an answer to. And I want you to focus upon that. The beautiful thing about tarot, because it's basically a way through which the universe communicates to us, like the ABCs, just a lot more extended than that. I've got some courses on those type of things if you are interested. The links are in the description. But so tarot or tarot in general, because it's the universe speaking to you, and it's like 1,000 people looking at the same picture, but they don't see the same thing. It's the same thing really with tarot. So know, trust and believe that if whatever it is that you need an answer to, that you'll get it here. And so just be open-ended and focus upon it. But let's also check the rest of our reading. So Osho Zen Tarot. And Osho Zen is about getting out of those cycles that are not serving us positively, So we don't repeat those painful patterns sort of like again and again, okay? We get out of them. And Osho Zen Tarot is a lot about how do we actually do that. So drew 6 cards for you. And what I have, let's start and look at them one by one, beautiful Aries. And we've got traveling, and this is a fire energy, and you're also a fire sign. And a lot of people sometimes feels like Aries don't have, sort of all those emotions that other people do. But it's just because people don't always understand you. You're like a very unique sort of flame. I'm very special in that sort of way. And a lot of people don't actually get that. It's not really your fault. You just keep on shining your bright, beautiful light, because the thing about you is, Aries, when you step into a room, you light up that entire room. Like your energy light up the room. People are better off for you being there, even if they didn't see you. They can feel your powerful energy. And you, Aries, you are about to step into some powerful, powerful rooms over here. And it's almost like you're coming in and you are that, like that person that like, let's say you're younger, and you're like in a more stuffy sort of room, maybe, as young people often tend to be, not always, but a lot of times. An adult, a mom, like whoever, guardian, a dad, brother, whatever, sister comes in, and they open up and like let some air in here, like a friend comes around and listen, I came to rescue you from yourself, but in a very kind way. So it's a very direct thing, but it's really kind, and it's actually really appreciated. And this is the energy that you are bringing to rooms this March, beautiful Aries. You are the light that's coming in. You are the sun that's coming in. You are shining in. You are. It's like your presence are reminding people of the essence of who they are as a soul that's having a human being experience. But it's not like a conscious thing, you know. It's like you can literally be walking into, you know, say like a McDonald's for a burger. That's the only reason why you are there, you know, or whichever store. I mean, it doesn't have to be a well-known name, but it's you're like there for a very everyday human non-thinking sort of task, you know. And then you're really just bringing a lot of light to those spaces. And you are encouraged here with the three of fire once again, my beautiful, beautiful Aries, to just be, you know, be you, be happy, dance and just have fun and just do your thing, you know. I mean, some of my Aries friends, you know, this one, she's really incredible. She would just be dancing. And another friend of mine is really into his plants, you know. So I've got these beautiful Aries in my life. There's quite a number of them actually. But, you know, when you don't have to try to bring the light because you just radiate it, and the more you obviously give it out, the more it also comes back to you. So you're kind of like really building positive karma here going throughout you know, throughout March. I wanted to show you these two cards together. Schizophrenia, which is two of clouds, it's like a mind energy, and then also eight of rainbows, which is ordinariness. I don't know why I had to show them to you like that, but I was strongly guided by Source to do it. And you know what? If Source says, Adrian, I would like you to do that way, then that's the way I'm going to be doing it. Okay? With that also being said, if it's your first time, I'd like to welcome you. I hope that you'll consider subscribing. I'm here every week with a general reading, give some free coaching, tarot, and, you know, I just like to share stuff. And sort of like it's nice in addition to my courses in any case. But you know, sometimes I just learn something new and I want to share it, so I'll normally maybe make a video on that. So you know, if you consider subscribing, that'll be really, really great. And if you're coming back, I'd like to welcome you back. Thanks for coming to this space. Thank you for sharing. And then we've got the 9 of fire there as well, exhaustion. So just be careful. I would say maybe the one thing you want to look out for, my beautiful Aries, is you don't want to be the last person to leave the party. You want to leave while you're still in a very vibrant spirit, while things are still, you know, sort of like very oomph, basically. That is when you want to be leaving, okay? So it might be great if you maybe have somebody that keeps you accountable, and just things that you do want to look out for that is coming up there, my beautiful Aries, is, you know, be easy on the alcohol or anything else that sort of like numbs your mind or induces your mind or anything like that. You know, if you are a weed smoker, be careful. Like, you know, if you do marijuana, be careful maybe of the companies that you do it with. I wouldn't do it with any new companies, for example. Those are things that are coming up. You know, so just be mindful with anything numb-inducing. And this is not a judgment, don't get me wrong. What I'm just saying is that, you know, I wouldn't sort of, I will keep my private things, my private life, you know, my whatever it is that you do, orgy vibes or whatever, like whatever it is that you do, it doesn't really matter. Everybody does weird stuff. But I will keep my private life private. And, you know, I would maybe say more in April, we'll maybe see what comes up in your reading then. But I wouldn't sort of like welcome new company like all at once into the inner circle. You know, I'll let them go through their paces first and see what they're about. All right? Past lives. There's some karma that's coming back. And so now I'm seeing why it is that you have to be, you know, why it is that you have to be mindful here. Because in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, this is the moon energy, which is the Pisces energy, which it's sometimes, you know, there's a quite strong emphasis a lot of times on that energy about things that are maybe hidden from you, things that you don't see, things that you're not aware of, things that you are blindsided to. So just be aware that, you know, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how beautiful we are, how brightly we shine. There's a lot of times there's someone that want to dim our light. You know, just because they don't feel that essence of life and that essence and flow. I want to let you know that there's not really anything significant up until that point, you know, up here that comes up for love. And what I basically mean by that is that if you are single during March, like now, you know, like into March, just be happily single. Like literally embrace it. Don't try to find someone new. Don't try to make a connection. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, like if you feel inclined to maybe contact your ex, or like someone that you hope that might be more than a friend. I'm not saying that you shouldn't contact them. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that, if there's nobody on the horizon, if there's nobody that's showing up, if there are no prospects, because I don't see a lot of movements in love, but what is strongly encouraged is self-love and self-care and self-preservation, obviously in the positive sense of the word. So be happily single. And for those of you that are in a connection, I see it just being very nice. Like even, maybe it's been quite busy. Maybe it's been a little bit new, it like took a little bit of time to sort of like, get to like fit with one another, flow together, gel together, acclimatize. And I see it being like calming down, being very domesticated, so if you have been feeling a little bit like it's nice, but it's a bit much, that is definitely easing down. So I'm just going to draw, Oscar, there's 3 cards that are coming out there. So you've got the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and you've got the Magician energy, which is a communication energy, a Mercury energy, ideas, communication. Because I do see that there might be, you might be spreading yourself a little bit thin. And I'm picking that up now already, my beautiful, beautiful Aries. But what I also see, and this is quite beautiful, March might be a time where self-care is very definitely and very strongly encouraged for you. Because you really want to do some introspection. It's time to do some inner child healing, not necessarily as extreme as like shadow work. No, not really. It's more like, it's like those final touch-ups, you know what I'm saying? And I see you finding better ways of coping with life, better ways of, sort of like dealing with confrontation, but also when you have to be the one that's in the confrontational space, I see you becoming a lot better at that, like a definite improvement in communication. And again, there is a beautiful slowing down. There is a sense of direction that's basically coming about. I'm just going to draw you a message from the universe before we get to that thought energy. And so remember, you also just want to focus on that one burning question that has brought you here. I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3 from the top and like 1 from the bottom. Okay, so look at this, beautiful. Remember, message from the universe. So there's Emperor energy, which is your energy, my beautiful, beautiful Aries. There is the 2 of Pentacles. There are positive changes. And there's also the 10 of Wands. For some of you, there's a very heavy release that is taking place here during March, Sometimes in life we move on with our lives, from the things that hurt us and the people that hurt us and the disappointments and the backstabbing and, all of those things that really do go along with living. But it's, it still hurts. It's still there. It's something that you're still feeling. And I can see that, especially for those of you that felt very heavily weighed down by like your emotions and like those past experiences, and that spiritual sort of cleaning out, that is beautifully coming to a space of completion during March. Okay. One burning question. Oh, these cards are so big. Like look at them. They're like my whole hand. So I've got the small ones and the big ones, but not the in-between size. I actually want to get myself, there is this more digitalized one that's out now, Millennium Thought, I think it's called. Definitely want to get myself that deck. It's like, that and the Thought Companion book. But I've got quite a lot already. But one more. Okay, let's see what we have for you. The 5 of Cups, disappointment. So again, you see we're dealing with that, with some of those painful things. And, a lot of times when we look at things, especially when it comes to love and our heart and, obviously our lives and how we feel and our emotions, because you've got beautiful emotions, Aries, and I feel that the world's about to see that more. They're about to get to understand you better, And so disappointment in this sense, it's not so much disappointment in the sense that you're like you backstab or anything like that. It's more about becoming aware of when are the times that you give your power away and when are the times that you actually let yourself down. You know, it's about that understanding, and it's a sense of awareness, and you're really encouraged to feel the emotions and to feel the feelings so that you can process everything through. You know, Spirit want to let you know that March needs to be the only, like the last month where you, or the last time we have this mega release. So, you know, just do it. You know, Spirit is letting you know that you're not alone. Your guides are with you, your angels are with you, your team is with you. But this is that one big final release, and after this you are really, really free, you know, to live and to choose however it is that you want to live. Okay, so that's what I got for you, beautiful Aries. I hope that it helps. From my heart, I wish you the most beautiful, amazing month of March. I hope that your desires come true. I hope that you are happy. I hope that you find love, or you find peace, and you know, all those things that just makes your heart so much better. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Namaste, love and light. Bye.